Londoners spend a huge amount of their lives indoors, eating, sleeping, working and relaxing. So it perhaps stands to reason that buildings account for a huge chunk of London's carbon emissions, 78% in fact. Insulating, powering and providing heat to both new and existing buildings is one of the country's biggest net zero challenges, and much relies on national policy to retrofit millions of homes and also to provide stricter green building standards.
With all the zero carbon targets, we have to tackle the main sources of pollution. So in London, that's primarily our buildings, so our homes and our workplaces. But we also have a significant transportation sector, as you know, that all of that needs to be decarbonised alongside what national government has to do in terms of decarbonising the grid and the sort of industrial areas that we don't have in London.
Still, ahead of the rest of the UK, London has mandated a zero carbon standard for all new homes since 2016, extending that to non-domestic properties since 2019. But with almost 80% of buildings expected to be around in 2050 having already been built, decarbonising the millions of existing homes and buildings that currently rely on fossil fuel heating is also a major priority. In dense urban areas, piping excess heat from underground tube lines and industrial facilities directly into buildings may offer one potential solution. On the banks of the Thames, plans are underway to create one of the UK's largest district heating networks, taking excess heat from Corey's Riverside Energy from Waste facility and piping it into tens of thousands of homes and businesses.
The vision's pretty exciting. What we're trying to do here in partnership with Corey is they collect waste from all across London, they ship it on barges down the River Thames to this energy recovery facility here, and they turn it into power and in the future heat. Currently 20 megawatts of heat goes into the clouds and heats the birds. What we're going to do now is we're going to recover that, we're going to put it into large, very well insulated pipes, and we're going to distribute it into the local community. By doing that, what we can do is we can decarbonise those buildings by providing low carbon and low cost, very importantly, heat into the local community. The bigger vision, we've got 20,000 homes being built just down the road in Thamesmead, but the bigger vision is that we can serve a large part of East London here. 500,000 customers can be connected and served on the district heating network, which we're very excited by. And it's only in these kind of partnerships with organisations like Corey, the local authority, Bexley and Greenwich, that we can really come together and create systems of this scale and this ambition.
So Corey has been involved in the energy from waste business for a number of years now. We believe that that EFW as an alternative to landfilling, as an alternative to exporting waste overseas, is the best solution for dealing with residual or non-recyclable waste.
The concept is nothing new. Similar district heating schemes have been running successfully in other parts of the world for decades, and it certainly won't work for all buildings. But the project highlights the need for collaboration between businesses and the potential synergies and customer benefits from low carbon heating in London.
We have 1 million customers that we serve in Berlin. We're used to operating very large-scale district heating networks, and in the UK there's already some really successfully operated and run heat networks, but a lot of them are quite small, sort of 5 to 100 customers served on a single generating unit. What we're trying to do is true city-scale district heating here, and when you do that, what we've learned across Europe is you really bring down the costs, for consumers, the cost of installing the equipment, the cost of operating it. You develop more resilient systems, and by going bigger, what you're also able to do is then harness lots of sources of waste heat in the environment. In London alone, there's over 70 terawatt hours of heat wasted, and only 66 terawatt hours of heat needed. And instead of shipping gas in from all over the world and burning it in people's homes, why don't we just harness the heat that's in the natural environment? What is it like in 20-25 years? It's low carbon, it's reliable, it works, it's a fair price. It's much more like your broadband. People pay 30, 40, 20, 50 pounds a month for a broadband service, depending on how much they want to use. And we should be moving to that kind of model with heat. It shouldn't be about my responsibility to sort out as an individual consumer how I want to do it. It should be packaged, it should work, and I shouldn't have to think about it. And it should be reliably low carbon.
While many people today face hefty gas bills to keep their homes warm, the urban buildings of tomorrow promise to be more efficient, with potentially thousands of homes and businesses heated cheaply from the same central source. Greener buildings promise jobs, savings, new market opportunities and healthier lifestyles, and many of the solutions are already here today.